What's up, weirdos? All right, let's have ourselves another conversation this afternoon. Look across the market, see what's going on. Janction goes far beyond just Web3 gaming, guys. And ZEBEC with their new card launching via MasterCard, guys. Big things popping, little things stopping. Let's have a look across the market here, guys. Jasmy down 0.5% on the day. Down 8.5 on the week, 32.5 on the month, and 41 on the year. Even in rank at 98, a $609 million market cap, 48 million in volume. Swift Coin down 3% on the day, 2.5 on the week, 29.3 on the month, but up 97.5 on the year. Down 6 spots in rank to 330, a $105 million market cap, 1.46 million in volume. Onyx Coin down 3.5% on the day, 7.8 on the week, 33.7 on the month, but up 271 on the year. Down 8 spots in rank to 151, $350 million market cap, 23 million in volume. And ZEBEC up 1.1% on the day, down 0.4 on the week, 42.2 on the month, and 60.5 on the year. We are up 5 spots in rank to 404, $76 million market cap, 14 million in volume. Let's go have a look at the Bitcoin chart, shall we, guys? Shall we? Don't mind if I do. All right, so Bitcoin holding at 87,400. Being stubborn. We had the death cross that just played out down here. Again, lagging indicator, guys. Nothing to stress out about, but it has finally taken place. Gotten that out of the way on the daily time frame. Yeah, we're holding support at 87.4, this blue line here. See if we close below there today as support. Maybe we have 2 red candles in a row. So here's the thing, guys. I've said this before, I'll say it again. It seems like the market is setting a lot of people up for disappointment, setting people up for a big fall here. A lot of the sentiment in the market is bullish right now. And I know that the fear and greed index, I was watching Cesar yesterday, I think it was, and he was very accurate in what he was saying. He was talking about the fear and greed index is not accurate right now to the general sentiment in the market because it is kind of a lagging indicator. It takes, it's like a weekly thing. So it takes, or I guess it's a daily thing sometimes. But anyway, it says the market is bearish, and it's really, really not. It's not bearish. The market is bullish right now, guys. I was watching Cesar. I got to give Cesar credit. He was talking this morning as well. He was going through YouTube videos just in his feed, and the majority of them were bullish headlines, right? And if you go over to CoinMarketCap and you look at the headlines there, you see the same thing on all of the articles, guys. Bitcoin to $110,000. Next move is up. All this stuff, right? The general sentiment in the market is bullish right now, not bearish. People are convinced because of all of this upward kind of action we've had here, putting in these higher lows and higher highs, that this is somehow going to move us up to new all-time highs now, back up to $110,000. It's just not the case, guys, right? I hate being that guy, but it's not the case yet, right? If we want to invalidate, like I think we're coming down below 82K here. I think we're going to flash, well, I don't want to say flash crash because it's kind of, but I think it's going to happen fast. We're going to move down close to this $82,000 level, and then we're going to slowly creep our way down below it. And we're going to make our way down to the 69 to 74K level. And I think that initial dump is going to scare people. That's what I think. We're going to see something like this back here. It's going to happen here, and it's going to scare people, right? Because everyone's expecting us to be going up, and that's not going to happen. We have to come down. We have to sweep down here between the 69 and 74K level. I've showed you guys this before multiple times on the Bitcoin chart, tracking the M2 money supply. If we continue to track the M2 money supply as we have been, then the next move is down for Bitcoin to sweep those lows through April, and then a move up starting in May, right? The only way to invalidate that, guys, is to move up above this yellow line here at 91K and start closing multiple daily candles up there. Unless that happens, guys, then this doesn't mean we're going to new all-time highs right now, right? I think April's going to be red. I think it's going to be, we're going to come down and we're going to ping pong down at those lows until the beginning of May. However, now that you've heard the negative side of it, here's the positive side of it. After May, right? After April, after the red we see in April, what happens next, if everything continues to track, again, nothing is certain in crypto. This is about probabilities, not about certainties. If you think for 1 second that crypto is about certainties, you haven't been here long enough to have any experience to be speaking on it. There is no, in charting, there is no certainties. There's only probabilities, right? So this here is April, right here on the M2 money supply, which means Bitcoin's likely going to come down here just like this through the month of April, okay? What comes after that, however, what comes after that is beautiful. Because what happens after that is this. This starts in May. This would be your move to the upside, right? So that's through May, and then in June, that's what we're looking at, okay? So while we may have a little bit more short-term pain here through April, it's worth it in the long run to see this run to the upside immediately after that. And it's pretty violent to the upside. It's 2 months. That's 2 months of movement. That's pretty stiff move to the upside. So there is a lot of bullishness to look forward to. And it's funny because it's funny how this market works, guys. It's funny how it works because we're right here right now. And like I said, this is making people believe that we're heading up, right? But instead, we're going to go down and we're going to go here. And when we go down here and we're down here for a month, it's going to make everybody feel like, oh man, it's a bear market. You start seeing headlines, articles, YouTube videos, bear market this, bear market that. And everyone, the sentiment's going to be in the toilet. Everyone's going to think we're going down. Everyone's going to be frustrated. My comment section is going to be lit up like a Christmas tree, telling me that I'm wrong, even though I told you we're going down. Some people somehow still will think I was wrong somehow in their minds. But that's how the sentiment will be in April, right? And then immediately after, look what happens. No one will see it coming, except for you, because you're watching this, right? But the general retail investor in crypto or the average investor in crypto won't even see this coming. They're being manipulated here into thinking we're going up. We're going to go down. They're going to be manipulated here to think we're going to go down. We're going to go up, right? So that's my thoughts on it, guys. That's my thoughts on it. Market doesn't do what you think it's going to do or what you want it to. Now, that reminds me of a question somebody asked me this morning in the comment section of one of my videos. They asked me, you know, with all of these partnerships and everything going on with ZEBEC, why are none of the major exchanges listing ZEBEC? It doesn't work that way, right? It doesn't work that way, guys. This is, God, the people in this space are so inexperienced, and there's nothing wrong with that, but the level of entitlement that comes along with the inexperience is sometimes staggering, right? Big exchanges, there's a process that goes into listing projects. It's not as simple as, all right, we're going to list this, and then they just list it, right? The exchange, for starters, has to accumulate tokens to sell in the first place, right? So if you're dealing, for example, with a fair launch project, guess what? What exchanges do is they make the project pay them, so Binance or Coinbase or whomever, they make the project, let's use Caspa as, or not Caspa, let's use ZEBEC as an example, okay? They want ZEBEC to pay the exchange in, let's say 30% of the supply of tokens, they want to have them so that they can sell them. They have to accumulate the tokens to sell. They have to have something to sell, right? So usually the exchanges, you give us your tokens and we will sell them, okay? That's usually what happens. However, sometimes you have fair launch projects like Caspa. There is no team. There's nobody to say, give us 20% or 30% of your tokens and we'll sell them. Because there is no treasury. There's no team. It's a fair launch project, right? Completely decentralized. So there's minute details that go into these processes, guys. It's not as simple as, well, let's just list it, because if the exchange cannot get the team to give them tokens, or it's a fair launch project, then guess what happens? The exchange, Binance, Coinbase, whatever, that means they have to go purchase the coins and accumulate the coins over time, right? They buy the lows on it so that they can accumulate as much of the project, as much of the coins as they can. And then when they feel they have enough tokens, then they announce a listing because they have a surplus of coins that they can sell. But they can't sell what they don't hold, right? So it's not as simple as, hey, let's just list this, and then it's just listed, and then that's just what happens, right? There's it's not magic. There's a process that goes into this stuff. So you got to be patient with this stuff, guys. Quick announcement here from ZEBEC. Guys, meet ZEBEC, the new Solana-based crypto debit card powered by MasterCard. With 0 fees, instant activation, no ID needed for US residents, and built-in privacy, you can load stable coins and spend crypto like cash anywhere MasterCard is accepted. There you go. You can load it. You don't have to worry about holding your stuff in the bank anymore. This is why banks don't like crypto, guys. Banks are losing out on holding all of your money with these kinds of options, right? That's why they pay people like Elizabeth Warren to try to fight crypto. All right, and from Neo Extrix, guys, Neo Son, shoot him a follow over on X. Before I get into it, though, however, listen, shout out to the channel sponsor, Decent Self-Custody Wallet, guys. Get yourselves one today. They have a special Filecoin deal going on right now. Use our link down below. Get 50% off on that promotion. Guys, don't leave your crypto on exchanges. You wouldn't leave your wallet or purse on a table in a food court at a mall just sitting there hoping nobody takes it. Why would you leave your crypto in public on a public exchange or in a hot wallet like Coinbase wallet, just begging a hacker to come along and take your money? If you get hacked, if your crypto gets stolen, guys, there is no recourse. No one's going to reimburse you. The exchanges are not going to reimburse you. They don't owe you that money. It's just gone forever. Okay. Don't do that to yourself, guys. There's nothing worse than making life-changing wealth in crypto, seeing your portfolio be high 6 figures, 7 figures, and so on, only to wake up one day and find that somebody hacked your account and your money is gone, right? Get yourself a self-custody wallet, guys, not your keys, not your coins. All right, shout out to Neo Extrix, guys. Neo Son, shoot him a follow on X. It says the impact of Janction goes far beyond just gaming. Check out this video.
The impact of Janction goes far beyond gaming, as it is part of a broader transformation where the boundaries between the real world and the virtual world are becoming increasingly blurred. With cloud computing, IoT, and AI, Janction enables the seamless connection of physical world elements to digital environments with unprecedented precision and speed. In traditional games, every environment, character, and interaction must be carefully designed and programmed by developers. This requires a massive amount of work and significant costs, especially for open-world games, where entire cities, landscapes, AI behaviors, and dynamic events must be created. Today, thanks to Janctions infrastructure, it is now possible to leverage real-time data streams from the real world to enrich and evolve these environments. Let's take a concrete example. A racing or driving simulation game could rely on real-time weather data from IoT sensors to dynamically adjust track conditions. A strategy or city-building game could integrate economic and environmental models based on real-world trends, allowing players to test scenarios directly influenced by current events. Even massive multiplayer online games could use this data to adapt the experience based on player behavior, market trends, or even global cultural events. One of Janction's key innovations lies in its infrastructure. Instead of relying on centralized servers, which can be costly and vulnerable to attacks or failures, Janction utilizes a distributed architecture where computations and data are spread across a network of nodes. This approach enhances the resilience of online games and applications while reducing latency and optimizing graphical performance through advanced GPU utilization. Historically, video games have always sought to simulate reality. Janction, however, ushers in a new era where reality and the virtual world feed into each other, creating dynamic, immersive, and intelligent experiences that are accessible to all and securely integrated.
Janction, guys, the infrastructure, creating the infrastructure for Web3 gaming and metaverse. You probably didn't even know it, guys. Listen, Patreon absolutely exploding on a daily basis, guys. Dropping a brand new gem video over there today. Do not miss out on that, guys. We drop gem videos every single day, breaking down the latest and greatest in the gems you want to get into early. Stuff like Onyx coin, guys, got in early, 3,000% return, guys. We are dropping gems over there like hotcakes. It's phenomenal. It's fantastic. Listen, if you're new to crypto, if you've never been through a bull run before, guys, there's no shame in having your hand held by a community of people who've been through multiple bull runs and can help you get out of this market with your profits intact, right? What's the point in watching your portfolio go up if you don't know how to exit and you ride it all the way back down? We are live every single evening over there, guys. You can book one-on-one coaching calls with me personally. We can have a look at your portfolio, make sure that you are not over-diversified and you're maximized for a potential ROI and so much more, guys. So get over there, check it out for yourselves. Listen, it's the price of a Happy Meal compared to these other channels charging over $100 a month. And I promise you two things. You're going to learn to be a better investor and trader in this space. It is perfect for new people to crypto. And two, once you see the wealth of knowledge with our community, one of the largest crypto communities out there, you're not going to want to leave, guys. We have open mic Fridays. We're live every night. Like I said, the wealth of knowledge, the experience at your fingertips is going to help guide you through this market, guys. You cannot put a price on experience. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one.